Hi everyone. So today I thought that I would film my fitness journey, or like fitness, whatever you want to call it. I don't really like the word journey. I feel like it sounds so cheesy, like my fitness journey. But I guess it is. Yeah, it's a journey. So I originally started filming this and I was gonna do like my fitness journey and my health journey all in one, but it got too long. It was when I was editing it, it was like 30 minutes, and even though I like watching vlogs that long, I just don't think that sitting here hearing me talk for 30 minutes is that interesting. So I'm gonna break it into two. I'm gonna do fitness and then I'm gonna do health. So today I'm going to start out with my fitness. And let's go back to when I was growing up. So growing up, my family was never super active. You know, we would go for walks or things like that, but none of us really played very many sports. My brothers did get involved in like karate and then soccer for a time being, but nothing really long lasting. And so I always aspired to be into fitness, and you know, occasionally I'd go on a run that was like 5 minutes. Didn't really know what I was doing, that sort of thing. When I graduated high school, I was still 17 and I got a job, and then like growing up, we couldn't really afford to get a gym membership. So I finally got a job, was able to pay for my own gym membership, and I started to go to one. But again, I would go there for there's like a 2-month span after I got the gym membership, and I got into like a new relationship, and you're always feeling really good when you do that. So I started to go to this gym, and I would go for like 3 hours every night. I'd be there from like 7 to 10, and I would do like an hour of cardio, an hour of the machines, and like didn't really know what I was doing with the machines, but I would literally just hit like every single body part that I could think of. And then I would stretch and go to the sauna and that sort of thing. So obviously 3 hours in the gym every day is not feasible. And so I kind of stopped going. But I was still pretty active in my everyday life. Like I'd go on hikes a lot, or you know, like go to the river, kayaking, that sort of thing. So I stayed pretty slim. I was never one of those girls who, like, I guess if you want to like put it this way, who had like flat stomach growing up. And so but I was always relatively thin. Looking back now, like I thought I needed to lose a lot of weight back then, but looking back now, I'm like, are you kidding me? So fast forward, stopped going to that gym. Fast forward about, say, 3 years? Yeah, 3 years later. And I met my current husband, who obviously was my boyfriend back then, not my husband. And we were, you know, still pretty active. We liked doing a lot of things together and going out, but I got very comfortable in the relationship and I started eating a lot of ice cream. We would always go out to eat, to pizza and Chinese and all these other foods, and didn't really care what I was eating or putting into my body. Didn't really understand why I was feeling certain ways throughout the day, like extremely tired or nauseous, dizzy, things like that. I wasn't putting 2 and 2 together. And over the course of 3 years, I put on 40 pounds, which may or may not seem like a lot to some of you, but to me that was a lot. I could feel it everywhere. I felt it in my legs, felt it in my stomach. I had like rolls on my sides for the first time in my life, which are incredibly uncomfortable in Northern California summers where it can be like 115 degrees. I put it in my arms and my face. You could really notice it in my face. And it didn't really hit me. Like I felt uncomfortable, but I didn't really, I guess, care enough to realize, or I don't even know why I was uncomfortable, the fact that I had put on all this weight. And then I saw a picture that we took at Taylor's parents' house, and I was like, whoo, okay, well, that's a lot of me going on there. And basically, to put it in terms as well, so I went from, I was always like a size 5 around size 5, occasionally size 7, but usually about a size 5 in US. And I went to a size 12 to 14. And after I saw that picture, I was like, okay, something needs to happen. And so I'd been trying to convince Taylor to get a gym membership. He is very utilitarian, not utilitarian. What's the word I'm looking for? He's very self-efficient. And so he always thought like, oh, we don't need a gym membership. We can exercise at home. And no, that didn't happen. We didn't exercise at home. First of all, I didn't really know how to do things correctly. Like all I really knew how to do were like squats and cardio. I thought cardio was like key to losing weight. And so I finally convinced him. It was about 6 months before our wedding. We had gotten engaged. 6 months before our wedding, I was like, look, Betty, I'm getting a gym membership. And that's all there is to it. And so we both got a gym membership together. We decided that together. With that said, giving you a little background, the reason why I was speaking with him about it is because we are both very fluid with our money. Like what's his is mine, what's mine is his, and we're very open and we make decisions like that together. So, and I will kind of do a whole video on our finances, how we work, what's worked for us, and how we live a life without using debt, but that is for another time. So, yeah, we both got a gym membership. We actually both ended up signing up for physical trainers, same one, and we went at separate times. And I saw that physical trainer for probably about 6 months. He really, really helped me understand how to do movements properly. He gave me good guidelines in terms of how to like set up workouts and things like that. So I would see him once a week for 6 months, and I would use that one workout we did and do it the whole entire week, which isn't necessarily the best thing to do, but when you're starting out, that's better than nothing. So I did that. Within that time, our wedding happened, and I was very happy with my progress, where I was at. I started to meal prep, and I worked out about anywhere between 4 to 6 days a week. And then after the 6 months, I kind of hit a rut because I stopped seeing my physical trainer. I thought I was like okay to just go on my own, and we honestly couldn't afford to do so anymore. It is expensive. So with that said, if you can afford one, I highly recommend it, a good one. And if you cannot, then I would just use YouTube as a resource. And really, before you like go into an exercise, just go over, like watch videos on how to perform them properly. And we'll skip to that in a second. But anyways, so I got in a little bit of a rut, and I didn't really stop going, I just didn't go as much. Like I would go maybe like 2 times a week, And then that was in July of 2017. So September of 2017, I really started to be like, okay, what am I doing here? Like I'm either gonna go or I'm not. And so I started using YouTube as a resource, and I was watching the famous Whitney Simmons, and her workouts were wonderful. So I would take little tidbits of her workout, and then I would look on Pinterest and get some workouts on there and kind of just put together my own workouts. And that's kind of led me to where I'm at now. I write my workouts every single time before I go now. I have a pretty good bank of workouts because it's December of 2018, so I've been really going at it for about a little over a year. And I've just learned so much, and it has truly become a lifestyle for me. Like, I remember watching videos and hearing people on YouTube be like, yeah, well, it's just really a lifestyle for me now, and I just look forward to going and da-da-da-da, and I'd be like, girl, like, I had to make myself go, you know what I mean? Like, I would be tired after work, I'd work 8 to 5, then I'd have to go to the gym, I'd be like, I do not want to do this, I don't know what you're talking about. But I think it takes time, like with anything. It takes time to get there, and I'm actually there now. I don't know how I got there, but it's been the last few months where I've really just truly enjoy going to the gym. Like I've met people there, and I've made friendships there, or acquaintances, maybe not friendships. like we're Instagram friendly, so yeah. Anyways, I enjoy going every day. Like if I don't go, I generally just feel like I can't relax, you know? Like in the beginning of December of last year, I remember my mom actually asking me, she was like, "Are you addicted to the gym, Megan?" Because my brother came into town with my niece and my sister-in-law, and we were supposed to go out to dinner, and I had gotten off work and I was like, "I need to go to the gym. I'll meet you guys there after." And so I just was so strict with the fact that I had to go that I couldn't miss a day. And so now I'm much more relaxed. I understand now that it's a lifestyle, and you know, if I miss a day, I'm not gonna break that habit. But with that said, I think that like everybody kind of has to go through that phase a little bit. You really, if fitness and working out is not new to you, or even if, you know, if it is new to you, or even if it's not new to you, like, but you're just not in it right now, you have to kind of force yourself to do something to make it a habit. And naturally it will just go into a lifestyle instead of being a habit. So if you don't feel like that, don't worry. You'll get there as long as you just keep being persistent, keep going, keep doing what makes you happy, and just set a guideline for yourself. You know, tell yourself you're gonna go at least 3 days a week or 2 days a week, you know. You're gonna go at least 30 minutes a day, something like that. Like do whatever kind of works for you. So if where I'm at now, it has been it's been about almost 2 years that I have been on my fitness journey, but it has been about a little over a year that I've really been serious and committed myself to learning as much about fitness and health as I can and transforming my life. And I feel like it's like every few months I'm like going through this like epiphany of different things, but it's really kind of wonderful and scary all in the same. It's really great. So to put it into kind of like functional terms, I was at a size 12 to 14. Now I am at a size between a size like 6 and 8. So I'm pretty much almost back to where I was. I am just a lot leaner than I have ever been, a lot firmer, if that makes sense, than I've ever been, and I just feel a lot stronger than I've ever been. I don't plan on competing at all. I don't want to do anything like that. I just want to kind of live my life and feel good about my body, feel good about just being in my own skin, and that's exactly why I'm doing this. You know, I always wanted to look a certain way, and I never thought I would be able to. And with that said, like, of course I have physical goals I want to reach, but it's equally as about the physical as it is about the mental at this point in time. So I am excited where I'm headed, and I can't wait to kind of like share with you guys and share workouts on here and health tips and all sorts of things, and kind of be a resource for you if you're struggling or if you're excited because you know you might have been able to run a little bit longer or faster or lift a little bit heavier, or you know, things like that. So I was going to give you guys like a couple little tips if you can't afford to get a personal trainer, things like that. What I would do again is set just a couple of days a week, exact days a week, like Monday, Tuesday, or whatever that you're gonna go. I usually like saying start on Monday because that's like a fresh week and you feel like ready to kind of conquer and do your thing. So set a couple of days. If you like are really scared, just, you know, even 1 day a week is better than nothing. 30 minutes, just do it. And use YouTube. Use YouTube and Pinterest and Google videos. Just research as much as possible. There's so many different fitness YouTubers out there. Go on to their playlist, look at one of their workouts, try to do that workout. A lot of the times they have the names listed on there. Google that specific name. So if it says sumo squat, Google how to do a sumo squat, and maybe choose like 4 or 5 exercises you're gonna do that day, and Google how to do them and try to master doing them properly, or as properly as you can, if that makes sense. And over time you'll really start to be able to listen to your body and kind of tell how you're supposed to be, you know, coming out of a squat, or how you're supposed to be doing a shoulder press, things like that. And in the beginning, I would just start with no weights, do body weight stuff. That's gonna be the least amount of risk, because if you don't know how to do an exercise properly and you're putting a bunch of weight on or whatever, just do the body weight. I know sometimes it can be kind of like intimidating in the gym because everybody's like lifting heavy or doing like really crazy compound movements and things like that, but just try to get your peripheral vision on. Put some earbuds in. I recommend the ones that are noise canceling. I use ones off Amazon that were $40, and I've had them for a year. Use them like 4 to 6 days a week, and they're wonderful. And I literally can't hear anything but my music with those guys in, so it's kind of great. And like, just again, put your peripheral vision on and do your thing. And it seems a little bit taxing to do like 4 or 5 new exercises, but you don't have to do that every single time. Like if you kind of try to master how to do a squat and master, how to do a burpee and things like that, you can write your workouts so that's in there. So you're practicing it every week instead of having to try to learn new things. And what I would say is, if you do a movement and you do not feel like you had a good workout and you were really insecure about it, put that movement aside for now. Do the other ones that you are more comfortable with, even if that means you're repeating it throughout the week, because the more you do those, the more comfortable you're gonna get with fitness, and the more you're gonna be inclined to do the scarier, more uncomfortable movements in the future and kind of master those. So yeah, that's what I would do. What I'm doing right now for my workout routine is I go every Monday. I pretty much go Monday through Friday. Been doing a couple HIIT sessions during the weekends now too, but I usually try to give myself like 1 to 2 rest days a week. And I do a combination of cardio, weightlifting. I like HIIT exercises a lot because they just get your body pumping and get you sweating. And when I sweat, I feel like I'm like working the most. And I sweat really easily. Like I will just be walking on the treadmill and I'll be like pouring. It's pretty gross. But yeah, that's what I like to do. I can make another video if you guys are interested in seeing like what my actual split is throughout the week. So let me know in the comments below if you want to see that, and I will definitely do that for you. And then my next video is going to be my health journey. That's actually the one I'm most excited to do, because I feel like when people say like weight loss, I think like when people say weight loss is 80% nutrition and 20% fitness, that's not a lie. Like, nutrition has changed my game. So I will definitely be going more in depth in that in the next video. And yeah, I hope you guys like this. Taylor made me this really cool setup with the lights. I'm very excited. I just need to steam all the wrinkles out. We just got a steamer for our birthdays too, which is exciting. We're 2 days apart on our birthday. And Taylor's wonderful friend bought us a steamer. You know you're domestic. You know you're domestic when you get a steamer for your birthday and you're so excited. So yeah, anyways, let me know what you thought of this video below and if you want to see more like it. And don't forget to subscribe and like the video and channel, right? Is that what you say? I don't know. Hopefully I'll get it down in another video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I am so excited to share this part of my life with everybody on here and see what you guys think.